Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, revamp. We're gonna see a lot of ground and pound, a lot of motions, a lot of emotions, and it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, I'm expecting the same thing. I'm expecting a big game between these two coaches. Like you said, a lot of ground and pound motions, primarily from Washington. We've seen them do a lot of motions on offense throughout the season. Trying to keep the defense on their toes. I think we're gonna see a lot of bow nose here tonight. I mean, this should be a good one, pimp.
Yeah, it should be a good one for sure. I'm excited to see Bo Nose. On the defense, you got Xavier out there. You got Lemon Pepper. This defense has really been locking them down. I think they had the like eighth best run defense. I saw they were only averaging 82 yards a game. So Iowa can definitely hold down the run. Less than a buck.
Yeah, I'll speak from firsthand. Iowa's defense, I mean, they're stout for sure. Their rush defense, I would say, was probably the best rush defense I faced this year, if not, and I could say Washington was close to the same. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of defense. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. And I'm
Yeah,
over
but if
here
anybody's gonna
strutting the pimp.
Yeah, but if
Sh-
anyone is going to give Iowa's defense a run for the money, it's going to be Washington with their motions. I mean, they've been doing a great job spreading out the football, scoring a lot of points, scoring fast. They like to go for fourth down, so they keep it interesting. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, right now I think we're just having some brief intermission between the coaches. I'm over here having a little intermission on my own. I'm trying to find my fucking pipe. I don't know what the fuck happened to it since you see it laying around over there on the booth. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine in my hand.
I might need you to pass that bitch this way because I'm over here lost in the sauce, man. We ain't even started the game.
No, we're just chilling at the menu. I mean, it's a beautiful day here in Washington. A lot of purple. Don't see a lot of that yellow in the stands unless they're hiding somewhere. But it's going to be a beautiful day here for Husky football.
Yeah, that's one thing I found out pretty quick. I came to Washington my damn self. Texas got a pretty big fan base, and we seem to travel pretty well. But when we came to Washington, it is pretty much all purple.
Yeah, purple indeed. I mean, it's looks like the pimp gang, the pimp gang emote in here. And here we go, kickoff.
And Turner got the kickoff. Who is that? That boy looked like a big man, but he ain't. Okay. My bad. I found my shit. My bad. We good. But what are you expecting from this first drive, Cincy?
I'm sure Iowa's going to test out this defense, see what they can get away with as far as the run goes with Bo Nose. If they get the run game going, I expect a lot of ground and pound, like I said. If they have a problem, maybe the second or third down, they start whipping out that play action. You always got to be careful of that Brad Banks Jr. He's got the feet, but he'll stay in the pocket if he needs to.
Yeah, Brad Banks is definitely somebody to watch. And we already know Bo knows that's a monster among men. And I want to say, what, Keenan Johnson? Or Keegan Johnson? It's a player to
Yep,
watch as
Keegan
well.
Johnson.
Yeah, but starting off that game, this boy Bo's knows. Me and Cincy already talking about him. He's starting off the day with a 10-yard counter to the left side.
Yeah, and I believe this will be the first game I've called for Washington, so this will be a good feel for me to get to learn their team and see what they got this year.
Yeah, Washington has some players to watch for sure. The running back is hard nose, runs forward, runs behind his pads, not too flashy. But they have some flashy wide receivers out there. They have a good quarterback that's pretty accurate. Their defense is stout. So it'll be fun for sure. But Bo's nose getting another carry to the right side, but it looks like Washington's defense is able to seal it up quick. No
Yeah,
yards.
Smalls came in there with a quick tackle. Maybe keep him in your binders, someone to look out for the rest of the game. But Smalls getting a big hit there for no yard gain.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing, since I know his name's Smalls. But when you look at this defensive team for Washington, they are not small at all, Pimp. They are some big boys. They have a lot of dudes. I can't even pronounce their name. 290, 300-pound plusers on their front. I mean, not the most athletic, but they're smart and they're big. Brad Banks Jr. coming out in a shotgun formation. Looks like he's got three to the right, and he's throwing a corner and almost gets picked off. Dear Lord.
Yeah, great user swat there.
Yeah, 100%. Great user defense out there. That was a close throw, Cincy.
It was. Didn't catch a name on that kid, but he made a hell of a play out there. Stayed with the receiver, and Junior Broncos did the rest with his fingers.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. That boy out there, not 100% on the name as well, but he did make one hell of a play. Junior Broncos made a hell of a play as well. It's one thing we're going to see from both of these coaches here tonight. They're both really good with the stick work. They're both really good with the play call. I mean, top-notch coach talents, both of them.
Yeah, me and Coach Two Blunts ran a little scrimmage earlier today, and seems like the user controls were being generous today.
Okay. Well, it looks like Brad Banks is in the shotgun formation with 5 wide spread, and he's going to throw a little curl route to Keenan Johnson for the first down.
Yeah, 13-yard reception keeps the chains moving, and Iowa's going to keep on trying to figure out this defense here.
Yeah, that's one thing you might not be able to figure them out on the first play or so, but just keep it going, try to keep moving the chains. That's one thing I've noticed about Iowa. They're not the flashiest offense, but boy, they can move those chains when they need to.
Yeah, I believe they were averaging 26 points a game, and Washington was averaging 32. So, pretty close comparison.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Iowa coming out in an I formation, and Washington is ready and waiting. 1-yard run.
Yeah, Bo knows they're having a tough time getting started. 3 rushes, 11 yards so far. Maybe we start seeing the play action come part of the Iowa game, or maybe Bo knows just keeps on pounding it. I know he's been playing a little bit baseball now that it's been coming to the end of the season, but two sports could be getting to him.
Yeah, two sports definitely will take a toll on you, especially Bo knows he's one of the best players for Iowa's offense or for their baseball and for their football team. So 100%, Cincy, I agree. But one thing I will point out when I went head to head with Washington, they always seem to commit. I wouldn't say they actually run commit, but they commit a lot in the box early. They're down to stop the run. I'm just saying they got a good rush defense to do it as well. But it looks like Brad Banks is dropping back and just firing one to Tess Johnson for a first down.
Yeah, so far Jimmy's just bringing the beers and just a little curl routes and keeping it nice and cool out here. Um, if you're the junior Broncos, you got to try to figure something out. Maybe kind of figure out how to bait those curl routes because right now you're just giving it to him over and over. Like you said, he likes to stack the box, and Jimmy's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, 100%. Jimmy, like I said, he's one of those guys. He'll continue to move the chains on you, and he's going to try to find a way. But first down, looks like Iowa coming out in their I form again. They're handing it all play action this time, and they're going to dump it off to Bo's nose, and Bo is going to get about 6 yards.
Yeah, a little screenplay, nothing fancy. Moves the ball a little bit. 6 yards. If you can move the ball 6 yards every play, you'd probably be a happy camper. Um, just a play to tuck in if you're Washington's defense, and kind of now you got to watch out for the screen as long with Bo Nose, Keegan Johnson, and the rest of the weapons they got here.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Cincy. That was a great play call by the offense right there. Washington's got to keep that in the back of their head. They also got to keep an eye out for that screen, like you were saying. But Iowa coming out once again in the I form. Iowa loves the I form formation. They're going to hand it off right up the middle to Bo Nose for a 3-yard rush.
Yeah, great rush defense. They're staying true to it. Like you said, they like to pack a lot of people in the box. They're saying, if you're going to beat us, I want you to beat us with your with your arm, and which they've done with these little screen and dunks and curls. But Junior Bronco staying true to the run defense, and hopefully maybe he'll get a mistake in the pass game. Um, Smart move if you're a coach.
I agree with you 100%, Cincy. Looks like they're going to come out in the I formation again, but they are loaded up. Big boys on the right side. Keegan Johnson all alone to the left. They're going to hand it off to the fullback up the middle. Larry Williams, first down.
Yeah, Larry the cable guy. He's here to install some cable with a big first down there.
And once again, Cincy, Iowa finding out a way to move the chains. Washington is continuing to load the box like we were pointing out. You know, they're gonna test Iowa today. You know, Iowa runs the ball more than any team I'd say in the league. They stay true to the run no matter what. This is gonna be a true test.
Yeah, Washington's doing a good job of keeping Iowa in front of them.
But we already know Iowa coming out in the I form, play action, throwing a binger to Keegan, but gets broken up by the defenders.
Yeah, great defense. That's what they're looking for, some type of pass plays, and they were kind of out there ready for it and broke up the play. Surprised he didn't come down with it, but great defense by Washington.
Great defense for sure. It looked like Keegan Johnson was a little slow to get up there as well. Hopefully he's able to shake it off, get back on the field. But that's one thing I was going to have to keep Washington on their toes. They seem to be doing it pretty well so far, but they are coming out in a shotgun formation this time. They're going to hand it off to Bo Nose with the counter for 9 yards.
Yeah, I mean, a great counter. Washington actually had a defender there, but he missed the tackle or the read, whatever it was. We have to go back and look at the tape there, but they could have had a good loss there, but instead, Bo Nose gains 10.
Yeah, Cincy, me and you both know Bo Nose. That's one guy you let him have an inch and he's going to take some yards on you really quick, and he did it right there. But Brad Banks and this Iowa offense coming out once again, but they're in a single back this time. Looking to drop back for a screen. Bo Nose catch it
Mm.
out in traffic, but he only gets a first down. I mean, not only, but 1 yard first down. You'll take it.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest screen, but like I said, you got to watch out for the screens. Are obviously going to be making that a part of their game today. And like I said, it could have been a mistake, but it results into a first down. Not the prettiest thing, but like I said, chains are moving.
Yeah, chains are moving. You want to keep the chains moving, especially against both of these teams right here. These teams you cannot stop at all. You give them a little bit, you might not be able to get it back. But look at the clock, Cincy. We're almost done with the first quarter already. Brad Banks coming out his weak formation. You know it. He's coming out with the play action. You know it, baby. And he's dumping off to Williams. Only got a 1 yard catch.
Yeah, only a 1 yard catch, but get back to what you were saying. Look at the clock. A lot of time been knocked off, but you got to give it up to Junior Broncos in this defense, not letting them get big plays. Jimmy's probably ran about 12 to 15 plays here already. And, Junior Broncos is giving his team a chance to maybe pull away with a turnover or maybe three. But they're playing tight defense. But Jimmy's proven that he can move the ball. So with 2 minutes left, I mean, this is going to be a great end to the first quarter.
Yeah, great into the first quarter indeed. You know, we want to see Iowa in this drive with 7. Hopefully they get at least 3, but Washington, man, they are playing some great defense. They're making them earn every single first down. And this time they're going to make them earn it again, and Bo Nose is going to earn every single yard. 7-yard rush. Good Lord.
Is that Bo Nose or Ricky Williams Jr.? I couldn't tell if they traded jerseys, but good God, we're seeing some different things out of Bo Nose. Getting a slow start in the early first quarter, but now here in the late of the first quarter, he's looking like a different back, starting to pick up 8 yards a carry now.
Yeah, they do wear the same jersey, Cincy, so, you know, maybe they did swap a little bit of juju. But one thing I will say about Bo Nose, he's young, but he is one of the best running backs, one of the premier backs in all the NWO. This man is fast as a cat. This man is lightning, but do not get him twisted. He will lower his head. He will pound through you. behind his pads, like Brusso likes to say. This man's physical. He's quick and physical. Nasty combination. But Banks dropping out, throwing a touchdown to Lachey, Latchy. I don't know, but that's a touchdown, Brad Banks. Good God.
Yeah, Brad Banks, 6 for 8, 45 yards, touchdown. He can put a lot of that success on Bo Nose for getting him down there. But good play calling by the coach and Iowa executing for the big score.
100% executing perfectly right there. That was first down, right, Cincy?
That's first down and I believe a touchdown as well.
Yeah, first down. He came out in a direct pass, no play action, no running, not being cute. Came out first down, slant, binger, bada bing, bada boom, got it done. Good Lord. And now this man Taylor is coming out ready to rock this kick into Washington stands. Good Lord.
Yeah, Iowa's put the pressure on Washington now. Now Washington's got to come down here and at least put three on the board. I mean, you don't want to get down these NWO games. But like I said, Washington with this motion, Iowa hasn't seen anything like this all year. Washington mixes up their plays really well, and so this is going to be an interesting test for Iowa's defense.
Yeah, I agree with you on all of that what you just said. And one thing also, Washington's really efficient too. They don't turn the ball over very much. Quarterback makes a lot of good reads. He's a good quarterback as well, accurate, strong arm. So, this Iowa defense got a lot cut out for him right now. But if anybody can get it done, they can. And Washington is going to start off strong, though. Richard Newton, 7-yard rush.
Yeah, Newton coming out here, showing that he's got a big body as well, and saying, I can get it started with all the other big boys as well. Um, Strong start, Washington.
Yeah, Newton's one of those guys, like I was saying, he's not the fastest, Cincy, but this man, he's aggressive. He runs like a bull. Once he gets those legs going, it's hard to bring him down.
Yeah, that was an impressive first run there by Washington. Like I said, that guy ran with authority.
Running with authority indeed. And now we see a tight end in motion. We're going to see a lot of that here tonight. They are going to do a counter to the left side. Richard Newton with a little wiggle for another 7 yards.
Yeah, Newton moving the ball. I mean, nothing fancy. Just give it to me, coach, and I'll move the chains. And right now, Iowa's got something to think about being the number 8 rush defense. Right now, you got Washington moving the ball 8 yards to carry on you right now.
Yeah, 8 yards to carry so far. They got the fans rocking behind them. You can hear all the fans howling like some Huskies. Iowa's really got their work cut out for them today. They are the 6th-ranked team in the nation. Like since he said, the 8th-ranked rushing defense. So let's see if they can get it done. And this man, good Lord. Wow, Sam Heward was able to get it off somehow while getting bashed, but Goofball just straight dropped it, brick hands.
Yeah, great moxie by the quarterback. It's a tough break when your receiver can't come down with the ball and can't execute that big first down that you need, especially against the number 6 team in the nation. That's a heartbreaker, especially at home.
Yeah, 100% heartbreaker indeed. Maybe, the jitters got to him. Maybe the moment's starting to get to him. They are going against the number 6 ranked team. Maybe he's got his family in the crowd. Who knows? But you got to make that play, kid. But they are coming out in a shotgun formation once again. They are moving a dude to the left. Like I said, that's something we're going to see a lot of. Sam Heward dropping back again, but he is just going to take the easy dump off, and sometimes the easy dump off can get you some more.
Yeah, more with a big catch there, getting them close to the first down chains, and we're on a hurry up here.
Yeah, Washington's running a hurry up. We've seen them run a hurry up quite a bit this season. They're going to come out with the counter, and good Lord, what a tackle by number 44, Kyer Fisher.
Yeah, Iowa's defense hasn't been delivering the first few plays there, the first drive, but this time they execute when it matters most on the third down and get them to a big 4th and 3rd. We know Junior Broncos is going for it. He said
Yeah.
it a few weeks ago in his press conferences. He doesn't give a fuck. And he's going to do what he wants.
Yep. He did say that Indeed, quote unquote, was all over the tabloids. He said, fourth down, I don't give a fuck. I'm going for it. And here he is going for it. He has two halfbacks in the back. One is rolling out to the right side. We've got Thomas locking him up. Mono e mono. And he throws it, and it does not get complete. Turnover on downs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's a first year coach. Maybe after this year, he'll kind of reconsider that statement and maybe start punting it more next year. But unfortunately, that's the cause of going for it.
Yeah, that's one thing. You learn to either go one way or the other. I was super conservative, ended up getting a little bit too aggressive. And like you said, since you'll learn really quick, you can't be overly aggressive when you're playing against some monsters. But speaking of monsters, Bo knows with the 4-yard scamper. Good run for first down.
Yeah, I like the way Washington played defense on that first series. I'd like to see them punt it and maybe play more tough D like they did last time. And like I said, just hopefully they'll sniff out a pick. And you could easily maybe tied this game up, but now you find yourself in a tough position, especially when Bo Nose is starting to heat up.
Yeah, 100% Bo knows. He's starting to heat up for sure. Washington could use a big play right here from their defense. But Brad Banks dropping back and throwing one to Keegan Johnson. Looks like he might have got hit a little early. Referees did not call it. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I always got that play action route down packed. Good position, but unfortunately, just better defense on that play there. Man was able to get his hand in and break up the pass.
Yeah, 100% perfect defense right there. I don't think the timing could have been better. He hit him as soon as the ball was coming in.
Like I said, big play here for Junior Broncos in this defense here. They've been playing tight. Interested to see what happens.
Big play for sure. Brad Banks throwing a big picky to the right side. Good Lord. This man is taking it all the way. There ain't no one stopping this man. He about to jiggle and jangle in the crowd with the fans. Touchdown, Washington.
I mean, that's what I was kind of saying that Washington could do, but they kind of did it without punting it. They kind of made me eat my words, but I'll go 50-50 with them. I said they have been playing nice defense, and they finally snagged one.
Yeah, Cincy, they finally snagged one. If you notice, Iowa's been abusing those those corner routes that first drive. That time Washington set some dudes out there ready and waiting, just sitting underneath the route, and then took it all the way.
I'm going to be honest. If anyone's going to adjust plays, it's going to be Junior Broncos. He reads a lot of Reddit, a lot of threads. He's got that study mentality in him, so he probably knows a lot of different plays than a lot of other coaches. Whether if you put those together like a puzzle, but there he came away with a good defensive play.
Yeah, great special teams play right there. Great tackle. 10 yards. Iowa starting this drive off with their backs against the wall, but like you were saying, Cincy, Junior Broncos, I don't really know, like you say, he does a lot of film study, he does a lot of studying like that, so that can go a long way, man.
Yeah, I believe on his last few streams, I mean everybody's kind of done it. The death sliders, 100 CPU, 0 user. I mean that's what he liked to roll back in the day.
Good Lord, that ain't easy. But speaking of easy, that boy Bo knows making it look easy. He's getting 8 yards. If the sideline monster didn't tackle him, he might have got more.
Yeah, big tackle there, but Washington, more importantly, moving the ball now by the run game. Looks like they're going to try to do a little ground and pound themselves with plenty of time here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was going to have to shake off that last interception for sure. They're going to have to keep passing, though, but keep relying on Bo Nose. Stick to your bread and butter. But Brad Banks coming out, making some adjustments, handing it to Bo Nose, and Bo Nose running up the middle does not get the first down.
Yeah, big play here by Washington, but Iowa's going to have to come up with a big play themselves here. They're going to give it to the tight end. Are they going to give it to Bo Nose? Are they going to give it to Lacey or Leachy? Or are they going to give it to the fullback? I mean, who's going to get the ball here? 3rd and inches.
Yeah, that's the question right there. 3rd and inches, you never know. He might come out fullback dive. He might come out and run a little dinker to Lachey. Keegan Johnson, Bo knows. Maybe Brad Banks takes himself. Who knows? But this is one of the biggest plays for Iowa right here to get their offense back on track. They got Lachey moving to the left. Bo knows taking a counter to the left and getting the first down.
Yeah, unusual formation for Iowa for 3rd and 1 or 3rd and inches like that. Normally they'll just line up under the center and play pound, but you can tell that they got a new offensive coordinator this year, and they're thinking outside the box now when it comes to these big 3rd downs.
Yeah, that's one thing. Sometimes you got to mix it up a little bit, you know. Everybody knows Iowa loves to come out. You say, like you said, run that strong formation. Came out in a formation we aren't used to seeing it work for them. But this is a formation right here we are used to seeing from Iowa.
Uh-oh.
Getting that play action, and Brad Banks barely able to get it off to Williams.
Yeah, he was looking deep. Maybe saw a couple guys he liked, but at the end, just decided not to give up a ball after that last pick and played it safe and picked up 3 yards.
Yeah, Cincy, I heard you say, uh-oh. I don't know exactly if you saw what I saw right there, but it looked like that play could have turned out bad really quick. They were somehow able to get 3 yards out of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like maybe if he would have got rid of it immediately, maybe
Yeah.
put some touch on it, he might have got a nice little play off of it, but no reason to rush it.
And Bo knows. Good Lord, this man is an absolute beast. Unfortunately, he lost some yards on that run, but good Lord.
Yeah, he break the first tackle, looked beautiful, but unfortunately there was two more defensive of linemen there that pushed him back a few yards, and now he makes it a tough 3rd and 13 here they're on their own 21-yard line. So let's see what the Iowa pulls out of their hat here.
Yeah, 3rd and 13, Cincy. This is a big one. One thing we're seeing is this Washington rush defense. They are stout, man. They got some big boys, and they are not afraid to use them. But Brad Banks dropping back. Gonna throw it off to Matthews. 4th and 2. What are they doing here, Cincy?
Jimmy's a classic guy. He's probably gonna punt, but if he goes for it here, that means he's seen something that he likes.
Looks like they might be coming out in the punt formation, fellas. They are on their own 31-yard line. It is a tie game. You know, no reason to rush it right here. Looks like Washington doesn't believe them. But Taylor, he's set back there, ready to punt, looking to get a little JT special going. And he gets it just a little too far.
And there's a reason why Iowa's 5-1, number 6 in the nation. They played great defense. They went out and recruited a bunch of people around the world to come here and stand proud on the D, and that's what they believe that's going to win them games. And they don't have a problem punting it fourth and third.
Washington coming out in a weak I formation. Actually, it looks like a weak pistol formation. They are moving their tight end to the outside, trying to get a mismatch out there, but they're going to hand it off up the middle, and Richard Newton gets absolutely clapped.
Yeah, a lot of low motion just for 2 yards, but they do move the ball other than less. But like I said, that motion is starting to come out in Washington. Maybe we'll start to see some play mix-ups, and maybe we'll see some deep shots here soon.
Yeah, Washington, that's one thing. I would say early in the season, we saw them pass a lot. We've been seeing them run quite a bit more recently. So we'll see if they get back to that passing game. But it looks like they're going with a little option, and Iowa is there, ready and waiting, sniffs it out.
Yeah, Iowa stays home. They rent a movie, get popcorn, and make that tackle.
Yeah, Cincy, one thing I've noticed about Washington, man, you look at Sam Heward, you know, he's a good arm talent, got good strength, good accuracy, but he runs the ball surprisingly quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got a couple. He's got some feed ability to him for sure. He likes to extend the play to maybe look for something. He's got a lot of options out there, but like I said, with this Iowa defense out there, it's making it just a little bit difficult.
Yeah, they've been making it difficult for sure. The only score from Washington so far is that pick six. Their offense hasn't got any points yet, and they're calling a timeout. Must not seen what they liked.
Yeah, Iowa plays the classic 3-3-5. I mean, they go all the way across like a Hawkeye, and they're going to stand strong. Like I said, they've done a great job bringing in a lot of recruits. Um, this defensive backfield. I mean, they're a brothership. I mean, they're locked in. They know what other guys are going to do, and they trust their defense.
Yeah, the band of brothers. So that's what I heard them call each other. You know, they're all young, they're all athletic, they love to fly around like the Hawkeyes they're representing. And good Lord,
Mm.
we almost saw one take one home there. Nawakpa, one of the best safeties in all of NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, it's time for junior Broncos to learn to punt here. I mean, suck it up and punt that ball, man.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him punt here. And if he doesn't, then I don't know.
Yeah, you're playing a good game. Your defense has really been bailing you out. Just play this hard nosed game. That's what it's going to be: ground and pound, and smart football.
Oh,
Mm.
Williams scooping it up off the bounce, and he is taking it for a nice little run.
Hawkeyes in the house came down and swooped that ball.
Yeah, 100%. Got the Hawkeyes out here swooping in. See what Iowa got going for them right here on this offensive possession. They are already on the 42-yard line on Washington's side of the field. They're in optimal position to end the drive with some point or in the half with some points. But Brad Banks coming out in a shotgun formation, gonna hand it off to Bo Nose. Another counter, gets three this time.
Yeah, big tackle there. That could have jarred the ball loose, but Bo knows, holds onto the ball, gains three. Time's still ticking. I'm not sure who gets ball at halftime. I kind of lost track of that when I was kind of getting my Raisinets and my bowl together. So depending on the play here, whether if Jimmy scores or not, yeah, it could be a good situation for him.
Yeah, Washington gets ball to start off the second half. But good Lord, Brad Banks takes an absolute shot on the right side of the field.
Yeah, he had to have some teammates lift him up. We don't know if he's going to be in going to concussion protocol or not. They're over there talking to him, but that was a big hit. And I am learning that Washington will be getting ball at half. So Iowa needs to kind of milk the ball here and make sure they get the last points here.
Yeah, 100%. They need to end this half with the ball and with some points here. Brad Banks, you know, he came running back onto the field. He wasn't about none of that. He said, I passed the test. And he's throwing a dot to Kingett Johnson for a first down. I guess he passed the test.
Pass the test indeed. First down. They're knocking on the door.
And knocking on the door, and they are in no huddle, hurry up offense. Something we don't see a lot from Iowa, but they are very good in the 2-minute drill. They can pass when they need to. Brad Banks does not have the star under his feet for no reason. But he throws a pick right up the middle. I think that's the same kid from earlier, Cincy.
Wow. If that's the same kid from earlier, give that kid a T-bone steak and a star because that is you're keeping your team alive. A minute 21 left now. You got two timeouts. You get the ball at halftime. This could be huge for you.
That could be huge indeed. That is one of the biggest backbreakers in any football game. When you're in field goal range and you throw an interception, that hurts because you're like, man, I could have at least got three. But Iowa, they've been playing stout defense. Let's see if they can continue it here. Washington is in a 5 spread, and they got a man making some moves out there. He only got about three though.
You only got about three. That's because Iowa stayed true together as a pack. Took three guys to get him down, but they did their job and made sure he only got three.
Yeah, indeed. The Iowa defense, man, they fly around. They are stout for sure. Washington in a 5 wide bunch formation. Looking like Heward is dropping back, looking for someone underneath. Ends up getting about 6 on that.
Yeah, only ends up getting about six. Clock still ticking. Depending on what happens here, Junior Broncos may not even call a timeout.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hurry up, snap the ball, get a first down really quick. The clock is ticking. They have 2 timeouts. He's gonna throw a quick one underneath, gets the first down. I think they're just gonna hurry it up again after this point.
They could be happy with just taking this game to 7-7. They could see that as a moral victory. Um, Getting the ball at halftime. You just don't blow it here. Don't give the Iowa Hawkeyes something to hawk on.
Indeed, don't give him something to hawk on right here. And Heward is throwing an absolute
Uh
ripper
oh.
down the right sideline. Gets a big, big gain. Great tackle out there. Saved a touchdown.
Yeah, great tackle indeed. Hurry up formation. Still got those 2 timeouts. Kind of curious to see what they're going to do here. Iowa really saving themselves there with that open field tackle, though.
Big open field tackle indeed. But Washington gonna go ahead and throw a little bubble screen to the left side. And I've seen numerous times they love that bubble screen from that tight formation. Gets a good chunk.
Yeah, not only does it get a good chunk, it stops the clock.
Yeah, 100% stops the clock. That's big right now. And they still have their 2 timeouts. It's kind of, you don't got enough clock really to use the timeouts, but hey,
Hey, they're there if you need them.
yep, 100%. It is second and 11 seconds left in the half. It is 7-7. We've got a wide receiver dropping back to the backfield. We've got the halfback getting the ball and getting tackled immediately.
Yeah, we could maybe see another pass player. Maybe see him run up the middle, kind of get him good field position for the field goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Junior Broncos are going to do right here. I would not be surprised if he does a pass looking for something underneath just to kind of move the chains, maybe get a few extra yards after the catch. But they are in a shotgun formation, halfback in the backfield, 2 tight ends tight, and they're going to throw it into coverage. Wow.
Yeah, that's ballsy. That's like throwing to the eighth batter in Diamond Dynasty. It just doesn't make any sense when the pitcher's up next.
Hey. But it looks like
But
Washington lives to play another down, Cincy. They're going to
they
get their
do.
3.
They do. They'd have been punching themselves in the face if they would have got a pick there, or worse, a pick six.
Oh, good God. And I mean, it's not like that's unheard of. We've already seen one here tonight.
Yeah, but luck falls their way. They end up getting 3 points. I mean, no harm, no foul. I mean, but you got to be careful. Sometimes a bonehead mistake like that can cost you a game.
I agree. That is one thing, especially in a game like this. You got 2 coaches where they're not going to give you any points. You're going to have to earn every single point. So every play matters. You don't want to make a boneheaded mistake and not get your points when you got them. But it looks like Iowa's doing some rinky-dinky, trying to get some extra yards just to end the half. Hey, not a bad half of football, Cincy.
Yeah, great half by both coaches. Unfortunately, Brad Banks Jr. Needs to take off the pressure. Needs to go back, clear his gears. I know he's thrown 2 picks. You had that first drive that came out, it was beautiful. You were 3 for 4 with 48 yards and a touchdown. And I know it's been nothing but downhill since then. Washington's played a great defense, but they played a not so good offense. They've had a couple success plays there at the end, and maybe they could build on that. Washington, as far as their pass game goes, the second half it's just going to be more of this pound and ground, and these 2 defenses picking each other. I mean, they're both great defenses, and we're seeing it here with this low scoring contest. Washington leading number 6 Iowa 10-7.
Great, great defenses for sure, Cincy. I agree with you. They are great in their own different ways, though. Iowa, they got the youth, they've got the athleticism, they got those high flyers, that no fly zone, they've got that tough rush defense as well to go with it. Washington, they got some of the upperclassmen, more of the, they're a little slower, but they're bigger, stronger, more aware. And we're seeing both of the defenses tonight in their own strengths coming out.
Yeah, I got the producer whispering in my ear. He's got some stats up for us. We can compare some first downs and some rushes and some passes here. Iowa with 7 first downs, Washington with 3. Total offense right now, only 88 yards for Washington, only 119 for Iowa. Kind of unusual, but look at these defenses revamp.
Yeah, two of the best, two of the best in the nation, two of the best in the NWO. Trust me, I've played both of these teams already. It was tough to get any points, any running going. The rushing was the worst part about it. I could not get any kind of running game going against either one of these teams. It was nuts, Cincy. I don't know if you've had the chance to play either one of them yet this season, but they're showing why they are two of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah, Iowa already got me. But the one thing I'm noticing is, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on Junior Broncos' offense, considering he's only had the ball for 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Jimmy on third down conversions is 6 for 8, 75%. Junior Broncos is only 1 for 4, 25%. So I mean, yeah, Junior Broncos can't get it together. So maybe if he can find a way to get himself some more time of possession, he can come out of here with this victory here tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. Washington has not had the ball very much. They've been pretty cold with their offense so far, but haven't had the chance to really get much going. They are starting the second half with the ball, but one thing that sticks out to me really, Cincy, is the two turnovers by Iowa. One of them turned into a touchdown for Washington. The game could be at least 7-3 right now. That other interception took three off the board at least for Iowa. So those two interceptions are the biggest factors for me right now. I think if Iowa gets that cleaned up just a little bit, this is their ball game. At Washington, they just kind of got to keep grinding it out and do what they're doing so far. But I think Iowa can get it. They just got to clean it up.
Yeah, Brad Banks Jr. having a bad game with 2 picks. He's got his kryptonite on the other side. I saw the kid. He had 5 solo tackles. He had
That
two
same
picks.
kid?
Yeah, I believe his name was Turner. So right there, you got some kryptonite on that defense over there, and his name's Turner.
Hey, we might have to test this kid, man. We might have to check in. Turner, is he related to Timmy Turner? I don't know if anybody ever watched the Fairly Odd Parents back in the day, but this little motherfucker might be cheating.
Hey, he's been cashing in.
Hey, ching ching, bada bing, bada boom. And let's get this second half started. Good Lord. Taylor is just ripping that shit like I'm about to rip this bowl.
Yeah, here we go. Let's start in the second half. Gonna see the fresh third quarter here, full 7 minutes. Junior Broncos, uh, Washington Huskies getting the ball here. Let's see what they're bringing.
Yeah, let's see if they mix it up or if they stay to that ground game. They are moving the tight end out wide. They did that same thing earlier, but they came out with the run earlier. This time they're going for a play action and throwing it to number one, numero uno, for a first down and more.
Yeah, that looks like that same play that they ran in the first quarter that the guy dropped. This time it looks like maybe a different receiver came down with it, but same play art. Nice little rollout, nice pass, wide open guy, first down.
Yep, everything, the whole formula came together right there. First down, number one, I can't remember his name off the top, Jackson. That kid is definitely one of the best players on this Washington offense, and he's somebody you got to keep your eye on. Yeah, Giles Jackson, thank you, 49er Pimp sideline reporter. Giles Jackson is a stud. But speaking of stud, Iowa came through deep with that rush defense, Cincy.
Yeah, they came in there hard. I mean, you can hear them in the grass. Their feet were moving.
Yeah, they were coming all over him for sure. But good Lord, 2nd and 12. Let's see if Washington comes out in that signature Washington spread. And they are. They're coming out in the five wide bunch. And they are going to look for that same bubble to the left side, like I said earlier. And good Lord, this man is taking steroids. Piss test this pimp after the game. Touchdown. Good God.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for your Iowa's defense. You were actually there, just poor tackling. And this guy, doing some beautiful juke moves. Unfortunately, he breaks away for a huge touchdown.
Huge touchdown indeed. That man, I don't know if he ran over like 4 or 5 people right there, but good Lord, that man was on a mission. That's one play I That's one play I pointed out earlier, Cincy, that five wide bunch. Junior Broncos loves coming out with that bubble screen from the 3-man side. It's really effective for them.
Is that Fernando Tatis Jr.?
Good Lord.
I hope not. He got that cream. Might have to check him after the game.
We got to get piss tested for sure. And good Lord, this man Turner. Nice little return right there for Iowa.
Yeah, nice little return, but a nice little hit to go with it. And here we go. Iowa's gonna have to. They're gonna have to get true to their playbook here and get them some points here, whether if it's 3 or 7.
Yeah, get true for sure. And this is one of those situations. You're down 10 points. Do you stick with your OG plan, keep ground and pounding, or you mix it up a little bit more in the air? That's the main question here. But it looks like they're going to come out with that signature counter move to Bo Nose for the 5 yards.
Yeah, nice little 5-yard gain. Got a little close to the tackler there, kind of got bunched up, but somehow managed to still get 5 yards. If you'd have broke out maybe just a little bit more, you could have had maybe a bunch more, but moving the ball in 5-yard gains is not a problem.
Not a problem at all, Cincy. You'll take 5 every single time. Pimp. I know I will. Damn, sometimes, it's hard to even get 2 or 3 in here. But it looks like Washington defense is coming up tight, playing super aggressive right now, but they backed out. Bo Nose is running. He only got 2.
Yeah, nice O-line formation to only get 2 yards. Looks like they got kind of tangled up with each other, and he couldn't find the open holes, and unfortunately just got stuffed down for just a 2-yard gain. Big 3rd and 3 here for Iowa. They're gonna have to go with the whatever they feel like is an automatic play here.
Yeah, they got to get something going right here for sure. 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to get more as well on that one, since he looks like Iowa's front just kind of broke down on them. But like I said, Washington, they got some big boys. That rush defense is something ferocious. But Brad Banks dropping back, throwing one to Keegan Johnson, and good Lord, he came down with it.
Yeah, super risky, but we all know these guys can catch footballs. That's what they do. And, you know, Brad Banks Jr. believing in his arm. He's got to put those 2 picks behind him. He floats it over to Keegan Johnson and comes down with it. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch.
Yeah, Cincy, Keegan Johnson. What do you think about that kid? I think he's a player that we're going to have to keep our eye on, because he might be one of the top wide receivers next season.
Yeah, he's definitely looking dangerous. If they could find them a couple more pieces to go with him, they could see some undefeated seasons.
Wow. Wow, Cincy, good Lord. He missed a big one. Brad Banks.
Yeah, when you're a sophomore, that's just what's going to happen. I mean, maybe a little less partying, a little more studying.
Less partying, more studying, something, Cincy. All I got to say is Juice Johnson, Brad Banks, they got to get together this offseason and work on some kind of regimen on that accuracy, because good Lord, that man was wide open.
Yeah, wide open indeed.
But it is 2nd and 10. Iowa has plenty more opportunities. And Lachey drops it. Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that conservative catch on, but if they don't, they might need to turn it on here, because Washington's making some great contested defensive motions there to break up the passes.
Breaking up the passes. Yeah, 100%. That's one thing they're doing. But Lachey, he's one of the most sure-handed players in all of NWO. We've seen that man come down with some crazy contested catches. That's one, he's going to be beating himself up on for the rest of the week. But Brad Banks throwing into coverage once again. Good Lord, interception from this Washington defense.
Yeah, they've seen those curls. They're on them. I saw Junior Broncos go over there, try to put a couple extra protection over there. They look like they saw what they on the right side there. They saw kind of what they thought they were going to see, and they jumped all over. There was about 3 guys over there.
3 guys over there just ready and waiting. They've gone to that same curl route numerous times throughout the game. It's been working for them off and on. It's hurt them a couple times now. It's just unfortunate, Cincy, because they had somebody wide, wide, wide running on
Mm.
the left side early, and good Lord, that man just got blasted, but he gets right back up.
Yeah, great catch by Jackson, but even a bigger hit by Iowa's defense. You thought the ball might have got flung out, but the kid held onto the ball.
Yeah, he held on to it for sure. That's one thing we're seeing. Washington, they're coming down with most of their catches. They had one that they dropped early, but they're coming down with most of their contested catches. And Iowa, they're seeming to drop some of the ones they need. But Washington coming out in a shotgun formation, moving one of the tight ends to the left side, bulking that side up, and they're handing it off and getting nothing. 3-yard loss.
See, I love what Iowa's doing. They're down. So what they're doing is they're tightening up the defense, saying, you know what, you're not going to run on us. If you're going to beat us by more points, I want you to pass on us. And they're trying to do the same thing Junior Broncos was doing in the first half. Beat me with your arm, and I'm going to try to fucking try to take advantage of that pass game.
Yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes. That's pretty much what Washington's been doing to Iowa. Like you said, they've been trying to just take away the run, make them pass, beat me through the air. And I think Iowa has been doing that pretty good most of the game. Minus that bubble screen where the dude broke like 4 tackles. You can't really beat yourself up too much on that.
Now that's just the game being the game.
Yeah, it's cheesy Alfredo. But Huard dropping back and throwing a little one. These pimps are breaking off people left and right, but he does get tackled. 5-yard catch.
Yeah, not much open. That was his little bailout route right there. A little wide open, only goes up 3 yards. Unfortunately, that's all he had, and he took it.
3rd and 5 right here. It is 3rd and manageable, but Iowa 3rd and 5. That's a long 5 right now. You really got to get this first down right here if you're Washington. They'll punch Iowa. See if Iowa can step up right here. But Washington, they love this shotgun formation. 2 tight ends to the right side tight. They are going to drop back for a pass, and good Lord, almost intercepted.
And now they tried curls, and this time Iowa almost, like I said, hawked the ball. Big 4th and 5. Curious to see what Junior Broncos does here, up by 10, and the ball being placed where it's at right now. Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, he must got after that, you just pretty much threw a pick 6. Your
Hmm.
butthole completely clenched up, and now you're just feeling like, fuck it, I've got house money to play with, so I can see him going for it.
Yeah, Junior Broncos might be one of those guys where he might go to the casino saying either I'm coming home broke or I'm coming home with 10,000. There's no winning a couple hundred for this guy.
Yeah, and sometimes the casino falls in your favor. Has been going in his favor a little bit throughout the night, and good Lord, it didn't this time though. Turnover on downs.
Like I said, Broncos ain't happy until he loses it all. Got to punt there. Got to live to play another day. I know you had good field position there, but you're up 10 points, and you know what? You know what? Your defense is even playing even better.
Yeah, their defense is playing extremely good tonight. Maybe that's why he felt a little bit comfortable right there going for it. They feel like they can stop Iowa here, but that's one thing. Once Iowa gets it together, the time's ticking. They don't have too much together, but I've seen it firsthand. Once they get it together, they can really make some magic happen with that offense. I've seen Brad Banks make some of the most disgusting throws. I mean, they just got to get
Yeah,
it going.
they got the tools. They just got to get it going, like you said.
Right here, they are going to continue to hand it off to Bo Nose. Bo Nose is going to make a wiggle, get a little bit extra, 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 yards there. I mean, get it together, get them back up to the line, start shaking up this offense, and get some points on the board. And you're going to be right back in this game.
Yeah, they have to get some points on the board for sure. This drive, no matter what, you have to get at least 3, nothing less. I mean, you're pretty much telling the boys seven or bust, but you want to get at least 3. And good Lord, this freaking Washington rush defense is not giving up.
Yeah, they said it all week. We're coming here to tighten it up. We're going to try to stop the run, and you're going to have to beat us with your arm, Brad Banks. That's what's going to have to happen.
They're showing it, Cincy. Exactly what you said. That's the game plan they were preaching all week. They were saying they're going to come out here try to stop Bo Nose, and they're showing it here tonight. You know, they got the crowd behind them. That defense is looking stout. Iowa got to get
Yeah.
something going through there.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job of giving Iowa the smallest student section you've ever seen. I mean, probably only about maybe 800 students up there.
Damn, if that, maybe. And good Lord, Brad Banks absolutely selling, throws it wide.
Yeah, give that kid some caviar and a boat hat because he's going sailing.
Telling you, this man, him and Juice Johnson got to get some off season program going together. They've got to work on this passing accuracy. They're two of the hottest young quarterbacks in the league, but they've got something to
This
work
is
on.
yeah, this is surprising to me. You know, I didn't think Iowa would punt here. 4th and 7, minute 46 left, but they are. They're staying really, really true to it. And this is a old school pound and ground defensive football team. I don't know if that's Coach Two Blunts or Coach Tomlin.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't even notice at first that they were coming out to punt it. I agree. I figure they go for it right there. I don't know if their offense is their confidence is shot right now, or if, like you said, they're just playing that old
I just
school
think they
hard nose.
believe. I just think they believe in that defense enough to where they think they're going to get the ball back maybe two or three more times.
Yeah, true. But they got to get something going on offense. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, this drive here is everything for Junior Broncos.
Yeah, it's a big drive indeed. The third quarter is ticking down, fellas. We've seen a lot of rushing from Washington and Iowa here tonight. A rush once again for no yards. You know, both of these teams been running into a lot of brick walls.
This has been the best rush defensive performance by two teams in a single NWO game, probably in the last 2 seasons.
Yep, 100%. And I mean, you can check the stats. I mean, you know, Iowa, you said they were the ranked rush defense in the entire nation. That's 100 plus teams. You know, in the NWO, they're probably two behind Miami. I mean, that's saying a lot. Washington, they've been playing stout rush defense all season as well. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Good Lord.
You might want to get some gloves for these kids because they are not catching the ball this afternoon, and you can't blame it on the rain. It
Yeah.
ain't TLC over here.
All I can see is future car salesmen and insurance salesmen out here because these kids, the way they're playing out here, all they're doing is selling. They are not going to make it playing like this. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, they bailed Iowa's defense out there because they didn't have the best pass D out there. Be honest, they had some holes out there. Wide open catch just dropped.
Washington coming in that signature formation, almost saw a pick. Good Lord, Cincy, another one that does not go Iowa's way.
Yeah, and this is why he took out the punt team. I'm over here questioning, but you know what? He knows his team better than I know his team, and better than anybody else knows his team. And he knows the defense would come out here and get him that ball back and give him this opportunity he needs with a minute left in the third quarter, plenty of time left in the fourth. What a game we got going here.
What a game we got going indeed, and what a punt we got going at Thomas catching it on the fly, and he is running.
This is what they needed.
This is
Wow.
what they needed. They have to score right here, Cincy. The time is ticking. The defense has been smacking for them. The offense, this is your time.
Well, with that special teams that they have, they've only missed a kick. I believe it was actually against Texas. It was a close range one. They got some good kicking reps in today. He looked pretty good. They're already in field goal position. As long as they don't get sacked or do something weird, they should come out here with at least 3.
Yeah, they got to come out with at least 3. Indeed, and good Lord, Brad Banks throwing up an absolute dot. And touchdown. Good God.
Somebody clip it.
Oh, did he drop it?
Oh
My God. Somebody cut this kid's hands off and get him off the fucking team.
Yeah, I didn't see the points shuffle in, and you see Jimmy just shaking his head like, I don't know what you guys are celebrating, but wow. He dropped this game of drops today, folks.
Game of drops. That's all I got to say. Iowa has had so much not go their way. I know Washington has had their fair share of drops, but they're catching their interceptions at least. Iowa, good Lord. Bo knows. A little 3-yard run to the right side, keeping it true through 3 and 7, 3rd and 7, Cincy.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Like I said, you're going to come out of here with at least 3 points. They went for the big shot. They showed some balls there, had the opportunity. Unfortunately, kid let him down. Brad Banks Jr. did exactly what the coach wanted him to do, put the ball up, and just unfortunately, it happens.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed. And the crazy thing is, Cincy, it was so quiet. First down by Iowa, but it was so quiet. When that ball was in the air, you could almost hear a pin drop. You knew something magical was about to happen, and unfortunately, the kid dropped it.
Yeah, he did drop it, but once again, Iowa knocking on the door.
They are knocking. They are knocking. Brad Banks, he's knocking. Good Lord, these two defenders swallow him
Mm,
up for an 11-yard loss.
yeah, you might want to get the smelling salts out. You might want to get him back in that tent from that hit he took earlier that I told you guys about. And from that hit there, they're going to check him out here after the 3rd quarter. We'll see if he comes back out or not.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him come back out. He is one tough dude, but Cincy, I don't know if you saw, he got hit right under the face mask, right on that chin strap. You know that had to hurt. That kid took an absolute rocking from that helmet.
Yeah, he really did. And unfortunately, we don't have launching in this league. So these kids can get away with it, and they bring the boom.
Brought the boom indeed, and this kid Bo knows how to bring the boom himself. Got a nice 7 or 8 yard rush right there.
Yeah, try to keep them off guard. Gets about 9 yards. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 12. Got to be careful here. You can't say, "Hey, I'm going to go for the touchdown." You just got to take what they give you and play smart here.
Yeah, they've been playing smart most of the game, minus those 2 interceptions. Sometimes that happens. It's unfortunate, but they are coming out 5 wide. They got Keegan Johnson in motion. And Brad Banks throwing an absolute
Whoa!
naughty up the middle to Bratton. Good Lord.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Playing at that camera angle that Jimmy plays at, I didn't even see that guy. I don't know how they do it. I mean, he came across and he threw it. He was covered by 3 Washington Huskies. I mean, he had the dogs on him and he still caught the ball somehow.
Yeah, still caught it somehow. That was an absolute beautiful throw from Brad Banks. Beautiful catch. Had a way to catch it and take the hit afterwards. They were knocking on the door before Cincy. I think right now they're busting it down. You can see the hinges breaking off. Yeah, 1st and goal. Brad Banks lining up. And they're going to hand it off to Bo Nose up the middle. And bang, bang, touchdown.
There it is.
Yeah, that
Touchdown indeed, 14-17. Like I said, Iowa's going true to that defense revamp.
100%. And that's one thing, not that we were doubting the pimp. We weren't doubting. It's just a lot of things weren't going his way. But hey, I was making it work for him. And the game is 17-14, 6 minutes left.
Yeah, plenty of time left, especially the way Iowa's been playing defense. Washington, they need to get out there. They need to figure out what's going on with their hands because they're looking like the little giants out there, and they need to start catching these balls.
That's one thing we've been seeing a lot from these teams today. I don't know if these equipment managers both need to get fired here tonight. I don't know if there's some kind of humidity in the air affecting the grip on these gloves. But both teams have been dropping some big ones here tonight. Unfortunately, I was dropped a little bit more on the defensive side, but it's going to come down to these last ones. Who's going to make the big catches when it matters?
You could be right about the humidity. My contacts are fogging up, and that's usually a sign.
Good Lord, Iowa's defense has been absolute disgust. I don't even know what to say since these boys are stunning, ferocious, flawless.
Yeah,
They're
well,
fucking
let's take a
gross.
look at it. Stopping the run, check. Stopping the screen, check. stopping the pass. Well, we don't can't check that box, but guess what? The Washington wide receivers will just do it for them. You know what I'm saying? It's the drops that have been costing Washington.
Yeah, you're all right. Going back to the drops, it has been a big factor for both of these teams here tonight. But Washington throwing a deep, deep bing bong boom. And good Lord, what an absolutely disgusting catch. That looked like Randy Moss, his damn self. Angels in the outfield must have grabbed that pimp by the back of his jerseys. Good call.
Yeah, 50-50 ball. They hear the hate up in the booth, and they finally get some glue on those hands, and they come down with a huge catch when they need it most, fourth quarter.
Yeah, like I was saying, who's going to make the big catch when it matters the most? And that kid came up big right there. He must have started rolling up a few blunts on the sideline while their defense was out there. Got them sticky fingers going. Because what a catch. But Sam Heward coming out in this pistol formation. They have three to the left. Got the halfback rolling out to the right. Looks like they're going to try to hit a little dinky dunk pass. And there they go, hitting a bingo bongo. And 9 Lou with a good tackle, but after they get the first down.
Yeah, no reason to play risky right now. Doing a good job of just dinking the ball right in front of them to a wide open guy, just to keep the clock ticking. And that's the most important thing right now. Just keep the clock ticking. Whatever comes after that comes after that.
Hey, I agree. They are keeping the clock ticking. And in this moment, the clock is precious. Every second is like gold out here. And the clock is continuing to roll down. And good God, that man has a big hole. Looks like a red carpet was out there.
Yeah, you can't allow that if you're Iowa. Those big holes like that. You've done a great job of closing them up quickly. That's only a rarity so far. Whatever you've been doing, you need to go back to that. But like I said, you need to make sure you clamp up that run game and try to hold them to three here.
Yeah, run defense has been extremely stout for Iowa, extremely stout from Washington as well. That time it kind of broke a little bit. But that's one thing about running, sometimes you get stuffed early, go away from it, but if you keep on sticking with it, sometimes you can bust a nice little run.
Yeah, we saw that big breakaway they had earlier.
Second and inches. They're going to hand it off to their boy Newton, and Newton wiggling and jiggling. Got an easy first down.
Yeah, big first down. They're knocking on the door themselves right now, and time ticking. I mean, pressure's on Iowa.
Pressure indeed. It is building and building, looking like a pressure cooker out here. We can feel the intensity. 17-14. This is exactly what I thought it would be. I don't know about you, Cincy, but this is the exact game I was expecting it to be. Straight slobber knocker, low scoring.
Yeah, expect a few more points, especially out of these teams. Where the way they were averaging points. But looks like the defense came to play on this beautiful day, and defense been getting the best of them.
And good Lord, Sam Heward is just going to take it himself. Touchdown.
Yeah, nice mix-up play option there. Got good blocking, nothing more than that, and just ran it in there, saw the green, and went for it.
Saw the green indeed and ran for the end zone and got it. Sam Heward, he is one to run at times. He's not the fastest, but he will run it on you. They will do these options, read options, quarterback powers, and it worked right there. 24-14. I think Iowa still has plenty of time, but they're going to have to get one quick.
Yeah, still got time, especially with this defense. All three timeouts left. The unfortunately, I'm gonna have that that time they usually take with Bo Knows by making those long drives. They're gonna have to come up with something a little more creative that gets them some more yards.
Yeah, got to come up with something. Indeed, Turner tried to get something going right there. Got a decent little return. Looks like they're starting at about the 22-yard line. But I agree with you, Cincy. They're going to have to get creative here. They're going to have to mix it up. You want to stay true to your plan. Feed Bo. He is your star, but you don't have enough time to really do that. You gotta score quick.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. There's no ifs and ands if we're gonna throw it or pass it. I think everybody knows you're gonna throw it. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. And Brad Banks coming out with 5 wide tight, shotgun rolling out to the right immediately. Must have seen some opening, got 9 yards, but took a bang.
Yeah, I saw a guy out there deep. I mean, he might have had it. Maybe he doesn't believe in his accuracy right now, but kept it with his feet and got to make sure he slides. But hey, he's moving the ball with the feet, making the extending the play.
Extending the play for sure. And he was rolling out to the right again, extending the play and just throwing it away. Cincy. This man is not
Yeah,
feeling comfortable in the pocket.
man, he let go of that. Looks like he let go of the speed button, and his blocker picked up that block for him. It looked like if he would have taken off one more time, he might have had some room out there on the edge to get the first down. But he doesn't. He doesn't push it. He's got great field position with 2 more downs left. It's 3rd and 1, so it's no reason to risk it.
Yeah, no reason at all. Going back to that blocker, though, we got to give a shout out to that kid. He did pick up that block, pancaked one kid, I think, and then picked up another block. So shout out to that pimp. Looks like a timeout by Washington's defense. Must have not liked what they saw right there. But Iowa, you know, they got to get this first down right here. They're moving the ball fairly well. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
Yeah, they're moving the ball here. If I know Iowa, they're gonna get the first down here. Um, you're gonna start seeing something. They got some plays for a rainy day. Unfortunately, it's not raining here, but we might still see those plays today.
And Brad Banks rolling out again, gets the first down. Probably the smarter play. He did kind of have Lachey open deep, but you know, the way his accuracy's kind of been shoddy throughout the game, he probably just wanted to get that first smart play.
I mean, I really hate to say this about Iowa, but they're getting desperate. I mean, you see Brad Banks Jr. running for his life for first downs. I mean, they're trying to get this ball down there. Still staying true to the run game, though.
Staying true indeed, and Bo knows 4 yards up the middle. But, you know, one thing, I don't see Brad Banks run very much, so that's kind of surprising to me as well. Usually he sits tight in the pocket, rips them. But right now, the
Sometimes you got
pocket.
to.
What were you saying? Oh,
Sometimes,
wow.
sometimes you got to carry the team on your back.
No, you are right. Sometimes you got to carry the team on your back for sure, but he almost threw a pick right there. Good Lord.
Yeah, big 3rd and 6 here. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Iowa's got all their timeouts left. What would you do here, Revamp?
I mean, honestly, I don't even know. At this point, it's been so hard to get anything going. Obviously, you have to pass. Curl routes, I wouldn't say have been working. Maybe look for some slants up the middle. But even then, it looks like that's covered as well. But Keegan Johnson says, I'm covered and I'm catching it. Good God.
Yeah, put the pass behind the defensive back there. And unfortunately, that's where Iowa's receiver was, and they picked up the first down. Unfortunate for Washington, but Hawkeyes moving the ball.
Moving the ball indeed, and Keegan Johnson is a player we got to keep our eye on, fellas. Bruce getting a nice catch out there, keeping his feet in bounds. First down, Brad Banks. What a throw.
Is that Bruce Wayne? Because that little boy looked like he had a cape on his back.
He did. He sure did. I think I saw it floating too when he did that little toe tap on the side, but I think I saw a little smoke coming off that ball from Brad Banks.
Yeah, they're in that field goal territory, which can make them one score back, 3 timeouts, 2:26 left. How much they believe in their defense, depends what you want to do here.
Yeah, they believe in that defense for sure. I feel you. Let's see how much they believe in Brad Banks' arm, and Brayton gets a nice one up the middle. First and goal, Cincy.
First and goal, indeed. You need to get him up on the line and figure out what we're going to do here.
Yeah, they're getting him up on the line quick. The clock has not started ticking just yet, but it will here in 1 second. 2:13 and counting. Brad Banks dropping back, rolling back to the right, and throwing a dot to Matthews in the back right corner. Good God.
All of a sudden, it's like he drank a whole new pint of Gatorade, looked at a whole new playbook, got some new receivers, and maybe a new girlfriend while he's at it because all of a sudden he's looking like a new man.
New man indeed. Brad Banks. I think I saw fire coming off the end of that ball that time. Fuck the smoke. Matthews with a great catch. Iowa barking down at Washington right now. Let's see. 24-21 Cincy, 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Iowa still has 3 timeouts.
Yeah, with Iowa not taking the onside kick right now, you got Iowa versus Washington, but you got a little mini game in the game as well. This is the most important drive of the game. You got Iowa's defense versus Washington's offense. They've both played each other like a fiddle today. Here it is, final matchup. Who's going to take this W home?
Who's going to take the W home? This is the biggest matchup indeed, Cincy, right here. Defense versus offense. Iowa's defense has been winning most of the matchups, even though Washington does have 24 points. But Heward dropping back, and he's looking for somebody, but he's getting pushed out of bounds after he loses one.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking for that play that he ran maybe a couple times, the one that he dropped and the one that he was successfully had. Looks like he tried it again on the first down there. This time Iowa had everything covered up along with the quarterback as well.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing they got to do. They got to keep their eye on Sam Heward, and they did right there. He likes to roll out, and they got him 2nd and 11. The clock is still rolling. Wow. But he did that same bubble screen out to the same pimp, end up getting a first down.
Yeah, end up getting the first down indeed. Next time you see them in that bunch, you just got to anticipate that curl route out.
Yeah, that bubble screen can be super effective if you catch the defense off guard 100%.
Yeah, it's definitely working for Junior Broncos. Definitely want to keep that in your playbook if you're Washington.
Oh, I got to say, though, going back to that last play, I don't know how the clock was still ticking. Looked like Iowa pushed Sam out of bounds. I should have stopped the clock, but hey, when
Hey, you're in
Washington's favor.
Washington. Funny business.
Yeah, went in Washington's favor. But let's see if this play goes in their favor. I'm assuming they run it, but they are dropping back for a screen. Newton gets the ball, does a little wiggle, breaks a man off, does another jiggle, gets the first down.
Yeah, unfortunately, just bad tackling there leads to a first down while he's still in bounds. Clock will keep on ticking on the official signal. Actually, no, Iowa called a timeout. I apologize.
Yeah, Iowa called a timeout, their first of 3 timeouts. They only have 2 left. Unfortunately, 1st and 10 right here for them. But fortunately for Washington, they are in good position to win this game. They are home. The fans are loving it right now. Let's see if Iowa can come up big and make a play when it matters most. But they're going to hand it off to Newton to the left side, and Newton's going to keep it in bounds and get another first down.
Yeah, Iowa, like I said, they haven't given up big chunks of run all game long. And right now, you're giving up big chunks at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I got to agree, Cincy. I'm wondering, what do you think's the difference? Because I agree. All game, their rush defense was looking top-notch, top-tier, best in the nation. And then, this drive, they're letting them down.
Yeah, I can't give you, an answer for that, but these guys are just going to have to come down, tighten up, and then dare them to pass.
Yeah, they're on the pass indeed, but unfortunately, you got the clock against you right now, and Newton is running like he is a man on PEDs, and he is definitely getting piss tested tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, just some great blocking there. Not much you can really do there. I mean, they put their bigs versus their bigs, and not to mention, like you said earlier in the game, Newton's a big body, not very fast, but he can pound his way to a first down.
Yeah, definitely. He can pound his way for sure to a first down. And it looks like Washington is coming out in a victory formation here. No timeouts left for Iowa. It's a smart move.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to do it here. It was a great game, great sportsmanship. Washington will win this game here today, 24-21. Either coach can be upset. They both could have played better. They both could have done this better. They both could have made this catch. I mean, that guy could have dropped this ball. But at the end of the day, this is the result, and I don't think either coach is going to be mad at themselves.
No, I agree with you 100%. I don't think either coach can be mad at themselves the way that their team fought. 24-21, you're in Washington. You got these Huskies out here going absolutely bonkers in the crowd. You got these kids, they're all drunk, ballistic, yelling, screaming. Iowa came to foreign territory, played one hell of a fucking game. I think the only thing that's really gonna haunt them at the end of the day is those two interceptions. Or
Yeah, I
three
mean,
interceptions, I think.
it was a tough fought game back and forth. I mean, like I said, both teams could have done a couple things better. It's just the luck of the draw, and unfortunately, Iowa did everything they could to overveil some of those mistakes they made. They almost did it, but Junior Broncos pulls it out.
Junior Broncos pulled it out indeed, and I think that is 2 in a row now for the Washington Huskies. Last week, they were able to pull off a nail biter close win against, Texas Pimps. This week, they pulled off another tight nail biter. Maybe they're starting to get back on a roll. Iowa is still one of the best leagues in the NWO. They are the sixth ranked team. They shouldn't fall too far. So,
Yeah, Washington doubled their time of possession in that second half there. Got it up to 12 minutes. Iowa with the ball with 15. So that's the way
damn.
to do it. You had the lead. Just, hold on to the ball. The other team can't score if you got it.
Yeah, 100%. That's big. That's a major key I didn't even see right there. And yeah, that changed the whole second half right there. But if we got that winning coach ready, I know he's excited with his boys.
Good God, Pimps, what's going on?
What's up, Mr. Broncos? 2 wins in a row now. Seems you got a little bit different game plan going on these past 2 weeks compared to the first few. What do you think is the biggest difference for y'all?
Yeah, we quit being a stat whore. Great game, Jimmy. That was fucking hard fought. That could have gone either way. We're trying to quit airing it out unless we have to. I do like to it's just been committing to the run game. Newton's been good. We made our defense too. Our defense has definitely stepped up the last few weeks to get a little back to back wins in the NWO. It's our defense. I mean, that was they came up big. We actually we haven't gotten a lot of picks all season, and so this is another thing we're doing well.
Yeah, I agree with you indeed. Your defense has been looking super stout. I was eyeing them early in the season. I thought they were going to be one of the defenses to, cause a ruckus or like, early in the season. Might not have got going like you thought, but now I think they're playing to their full potential. That rush defense is absolutely insane. I don't really have too many questions for you. You played a good game overall, obviously got the dub at the end of the day. So, I'll let Cincy get you if you got any.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Pimp.
Yeah, I got a quick two questions. Just wondering who's going to get the game ball tonight.
Oh, I'm probably Asa, starting strong safety, the senior. I forget Asa something.
Turner, good
Asa
choice.
Turner, white
Six
boy.
tackles. Yeah, good
Yeah,
choice.
dude, he had the good interceptions. Those interceptions were huge. On offense, we played balanced. We didn't give the ball back, especially since we were actually getting some turnovers. So it was, definitely not the punter. We're going to be having open tryouts for a punter at the student union with just general students because I think he's going to lose a scholarship. But yeah, probably Asa Turner. He had a great game. He's been stepping up on defense. Or he won us that game.
Yeah, second question, you had a great 50-50 ball that basically won you the game, out to the left side there, in the fourth quarter. That was a great catch, but before that, you had a couple big drops. What can you do to avoid that going into the future games?
I had coming out of half. I fucked up since I had, pardon my French. I had catching on aggressive. Normally, it's always on conservative, and that is definitely why my tight end dropped that third down pass. And if I had ended up losing this game, that was definitely on coach. But I try to switch and user catch them to avoid it because I feel like there's better chance of less chance of dropping it than if you let the computer. But Jimmy's pass defense had me shut. I wasn't throwing the ball. I mean, he kept the ball away from me. I mean, even I had 3 picks, and he still had the more time possession by 3 minutes on me. And so normally, 11 for 15 on third down for the Hawkeyes. So we were, and I think at going into halftime, he was maybe like 7 for 8. So I know you guys had talked about it, but we needed turnovers. We played good picket fence defense. We did try not to bend but not break. Kind of sit back, and maybe catch them let them beat themselves. Bo Nose is a great running back. We wanted to. That was our goal, just like Ricky last week, was shut down the run and kind of we're happy to give 3, 4. Maybe we can get a turnover.
Yeah, that was a great recipe for Jimmy Two Blunts and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Good game, coach. You have any last words?
Great game, Jim. Great call, guys. I appreciate all you guys. Great producing. Yeah, it was a good game. It was hard fought. I hated to win it running the clock out like that, but I was a little scared there at the end there when I ran out of bounds with Heward. But I was, I should have just I don't know. That was a dumb play call. There's a lot to improve on. We need to get our third downs together. Fourth down, like I said earlier, I wasn't going to punt, and that was kind of in a moment of frustration after the Wisconsin game. But I don't know, I can't punt for shit. I love the rugby punts, but goddamn, online is so hard to get the timing on them sometimes, and it's really been backfiring on me. So I either need to sky it and let the big return happen, or we got to figure out special teams. Special teams is going to be a big focus.
Well, congratulations on your victory, and we'll see you here in a week. I don't know who you play next.
I don't. I honestly, I don't. I think it's either Fam or maybe yourself. Maybe you and me,
Oh, here
Bone.
we go. Yeah,
Battle
yeah.
of the
You're going
Pledge
to the
Bros.
yeah. You're going to the big house. You're playing Fam next. What do you got playing for that?
We're going to be in our pledge gear. We're going to have cigarettes in our pockets for all the actives. If you guys need them, we're going to have, their suits on, and we're going to battle it out. Fam's a great player. He's, every game has been competitive, just like, he has a lot of games he lost that he could have won. And, he beat Big Dog Brusso. He's got some quality wins. We've all watched his stream. If you're a vampire or insomniac, Fam puts a lot of time into this. He watches film. He's definitely going to be prepared. So we need to be prepared for them.
Well, all right, Junior Broncos. We'll see you in week 11. If you guys want to stay up to date with Junior Broncos and that next game there, make sure you hit the Twitter, Discord. We also have all the games archived on YouTube. Let's bring in the other coach, Jimmy Two Blunts.
What's up, fellas? Good call. GG's, JB.
What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, PMs?
What's up? Great game. Not the outcome you were hoping for, but your boys fought hard. You fought hard overall. One play I'm going to key on specifically, that play action, Brad Banks doing an absolute dot. What were you thinking when that man dropped that?
That's been just the motto of the whole game, though. A lot of dropped picks on both sides of the ball. He's dropped some offensively. I've dropped him defensively. You'd think it was raining with all the drops, but a couple plays that stick out to me was that overthrow on the wide open receiver. That's a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah.
And then that play at the back of the end zone. Not really sure what happened, if he dropped it or if they called him out.
Yeah, that was
Curious.
the one I was talking about right there.
Yeah, curious to watch the tape on that. So
Because I was kind of wondering what happened too. Because when I saw it, I rung the bell, started screaming. I thought it was a touchdown. That one hurt my heart because I could see it in your face. That would have killed me. So I was wondering if he dropped it or if he went out of bounds. But yeah, we're all gonna have to see that one again for sure. That overthrow, like you pointed out to the left. There's another overthrow I remember up the middle. So Brad Banks, he's young. He is the leader of this offense, but he's got to get some stuff going. But what do you think your team did good tonight?
defensively, all the way up until that last drive, I think they got a couple big runs. We should have clamped down a little bit better, but we got some things to learn. That bubble screen really hurt us. We got to figure that out too.
Yeah, bubble screen can be deadly for sure. Well, shit. Good luck next week against Tennessee, Pimp. That's a conference game, and I'll let Cincy get you. I know he's got some questions.
Great game, coach. Like I said, you went to just a couple too many times with those bubble screens. He got you a couple times with those. It happens to the best of us. what do you think the outcome would have been if you'd have stopped Junior Broncos on that bubble screen that with that kind of like that what was the broken tackles and the poor tackling where he broke off from what maybe
Yeah, it was
50,
a wild
60
play.
yards? Yeah, that was a wild play that should have been clipped. I mean, it might have been clipped, but I mean, if your team would have stopped him there, it could have been a whole new ball game.
Yeah, could have. We dropped a lot of interceptions. I think Jacobs had 3 deflections. Just little things like that we need to clean up.
I got a quarterback question for you. Do you have any quarterbacks coming in next year, or is Brad Banks Jr. going to be for sure starter junior year?
I think he's for sure starter junior year. But
Okay.
we'll see what we get. We don't have anybody inked yet.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had any big profiles, anything like that.
No, not yet, but we're always looking.
Well, do you, who do we got next on the board, Jimmy?
What do you mean? As far as who we play?
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Clink.
Yep.
He's you know him. He's desperate for those W's. He's got to play Mr. September 1st.
Uh-huh.
See how he does with that game. If he wins that game, he's going to come in with a stiffy for you.
Right. Luckily, we're heading back home. So Washington's a tough place to play. They're a good defense, and they played a great game today. But it was fun.
Yeah, you played a great game as well. Just didn't fall your way today. Any last words, Coach?
Stick around for game 2. Good call, guys.
Hey, you heard Jimmy here. Stick around for game 2. We will be back. I'm not sure who the announcers will be, but we will be back. We have Sausages versus
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Couldn't get it off the top of my head. Appreciate that, Pimp.
Yes,
What a
sir.
great game. Looks like Miami's definitely going to want to get back into the win column after that big loss to Texas A&M. We all know they're probably not happy, and I'm sure if you go back and check the statistics, I guarantee you Miami's always bounced back with a W after a loss.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not happy at all, Cincy. I mean, number 1 ranked Miami, number 3 ranked A&M. A&M got the win last week. You know they're coming out here angry, wanting to get a win. Especially, I want to say, yeah, they're home, so they're definitely going to want to defend their territory. The Michigan, Pimptastic, that ain't somebody to sleep on. He is one ballin' ass dude on the sticks. Great coach. It's going to be a great game. Miami, Michigan, Pimptastic, Sausages coming up next. Good God, Cincy. What do you think the matchups are to watch for that one?
I mean, it's going to be Cheney for sure. Van Dyke. It's going to be that great offense of the Big Blue. It's going to be a great game. But all I know is we got to travel all the way from Washington all the way